Hello ladies, welcome to Prenatal Yoga. If this is your first time joining along, my name is Carly and I am going to be taking you through a yoga series to help open you up and just bring awareness and gratitude to your body. I know at this point in your journey, you may be experiencing a flux in emotions and feel sometimes negative about your body image as it changes and grows in different ways that you have maybe never experienced before. So I just want to have this be an opportunity to move and to practice self-love and gratitude for the bodies that we have and for the ability to create life. So we're going to do this yoga practice. Now, if you haven't been cleared by your doctor for exercise, I recommend you get that clearance. And if you are new to yoga, just take it easy, follow along the best that you can. And also, these exercises are safe for you to do at any point in your pregnancy. However, if a movement doesn't feel good for you, then listen to your body and make a slight change, do a variation, or take a second to rest in a child's pose or whatever really feels comfortable for you. So without further ado, let's get started on the front of our mat. All right, so step to the front of your mat and take your feet about shoulder width apart. And then go ahead and take your hands to your heart in prayer pose. So we're just standing nice and confidently, and we're going to start by tuning in with our breath. So you're welcome now to close your eyes, or if you feel more comfortable with your eyes open, then go ahead and do so. Find one single point to gaze at. And I want you to start to deepen your breath. So I really like to practice Ujjayi breathing, where you're constricting through the back of the throat as you inhale and as you exhale. Take 2 more cleansing breaths here. One more breath. Now I want you to bring your awareness to your body. Starting with your feet, we're just going to do a full body scan. Think of lifting up through the arches and grounding down through the feet with equal pressure on all parts of your feet. Then I want you to bring your attention up your legs. Engage through your lower body. That you're not just standing, but you're standing with integrity. Draw your tailbone down, engage your glutes. So you're not kicking your hips up and creating more arch in your back, which can lead to more cramping and issues and pain and round ligament pain. So engage your glutes. Stay active through your core. Bring your chest points up, your collarbones up towards the ceiling, so you have this nice proud stance. You're proud to be you. Bring the crown of your head up. Tuck your chin in so you're standing in a nice, strong mountain pose. Take one breath here. Pay attention to how it feels to feel strong and confident. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, with your right hand, grab your left wrist and take a slight side bend. Come back to center, nice big inhale. As you exhale, switch sides. Big inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward, let all the air out. Drop your head between your legs. Legs are nice and wide, so you're making room for baby. Drop the tailbone down, roll up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach your arms right back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, side body stretch again, but this time you're going to grab your wrist, and when you side bend, also Step your right leg back behind the left so you're getting a little bit deeper side body stretch. Step the foot back to center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, switch sides. Step your left leg back behind your right. Side body stretch. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. One more time, big and tall. Exhale, let it go. Fold forward. Feet are nice and wide. Release your head and neck. Bob your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Releasing the tightness, the tension you hold in your shoulders. Then I want you to engage through your core, your abdominals. Squeeze through your glutes to lift yourself halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Step yourself back into a plank position. Your choice to chaturanga or to skip it and meet in downward facing dog. I like to just do a push-up and then bring myself right back into downward facing dog. Now, let's become very aware of what we're doing here in downward facing dog, okay? Bend the knees, lift the hip points up towards the ceiling, and then slowly stretch your heels to the mat. If they don't make it right now, that's okay. Maybe by the end of this practice they will. Pressing through your fingertips away from the mat. You're feeling that stretch through the upper body. Bend the knees graciously, and we're going to step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up and look. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive, reaching yourself up and around. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Finding the strength and the peace in mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up and look. Exhale, step back, this time with your right leg and then your left leg stacks. We're going to open up our upper body for side plank. Now here's some options. You can come right down here using your knee as support. Here you're going to get a full body stretch. You can even reach your arm up over your head for some extra length in your side body. Bring that arm right back around to plank, your choice to come to your knees. Chaturanga will meet in child's pose or downward facing dog. If you need a rest, come to child's pose. If you're ready to keep on moving, come to downward facing dog. On your next breath, everybody meet in downward facing dog. Bend the knees, step your feet up towards your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Find length, energize through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan dive. Once again, meeting in prayer pose or mountain pose. Take a cleansing breath here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up and look. Exhale, step back, this time leading with your left leg. And as you step the right back, you're going to rotate, open up your side body so you're in a side plank. Charge up, think about expanding, making here. And then place your hand back to the mat. Come to your knees if you want to push up, or just meet in downward dog. Once again, this practice is for you. It's not to compare, to compete. You are just moving, listening to your breath, listening to your body, building strength, building confidence, and having love for your own body. Bend the knees, step or hop to the front of your mat. Nice big forward fold. Inhale, halfway up and look. Exhale, forward fold. You're getting a little bit more flexible. Reverse swan dive. Hands come to heart. Big cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Excellent job. Go ahead and take your weight, slowly shift it to the left side. And as you bring up this right leg, find your balance. So keep your eyes on a single point. And as you get more pregnant, you have more weight, you may find that the balancing is more challenging. That's why standing next to a wall can really help you. So now we're just going to step our right leg back into high lunge. Now in high lunge here, your back heel is going to be lifted up off the ground. Front knee is going to bend. Make sure that the knee is not creeping over the toe. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the shoulders down away from your ears. Open up the chest. Here we are. It's a moment to smile, a moment to feel open, a moment to practice self-love and gratitude. Inhale, release the arms, reach up towards the ceiling, straighten out that back leg, giving yourself a little relief. Exhale, take your hands right back to heart. This time, lower all the way down into a low lunge, so your knee is touching the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Let's take this back leg, step it up a tiny bit. We're going to square up our hips here, and we're going to hinge from the hips. Bend as far as you possibly can, keeping a flat back. And then when you cannot stretch any further, exhale, release, take your hands to the mat. For pyramid pose, think about pulling that front hip point back to meet the other one so you really feel a good stretch through the front leg and the hip. Bend both legs and take a little mini step back to the front of your mat. Release your head and neck. Allow space for your baby. Inhale, halfway up and look. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the hips, swoop around, and here we are, back to mountain pose. All right, let's challenge the other side. So shift your weight to your right leg, and then slowly lift that leg up off the ground once you've got your balance. Check in with your breath. Step your leg back for high lunge. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take your arms back behind your body. Bend your back knee. And so here, you're tucking your tailbone. And you're not arcing, okay? So you're tucking your tailbone. You're feeling a really good stretch through the hip flexors, and you're stretching out the chest. It's a really open pose. So smile here, smile. Take a moment, smile. Release, exhale, and let's reach our hands right up towards the sky as we straighten out our legs. This time as we exhale, we're coming right down towards the ground. We're going to do 5 reps here. We're strengthening the lower body, which is really great to strengthen your core, which all helps the birthing process. One more, reach up and step this back leg in a little bit. if you need to do so for pyramid pose. Straighten out those hips, and then as far forward as you can, keep a flat back, reaching forward. Then exhale, release. Use your breath to be your strength here to work through those tight, tight muscles. Take one more breath. All right, bend the front leg, bend the back leg. Take that mini step to the front of your mat. Toes come nice and wide on the mat, and you're going to drop your hips down so you're in a low squat Matsyasana. So let's see here. I'm going to shift towards you. All right, now here you still need to be active in this pose. So what I mean is not just slouching forward to fit a shape, because this rounding is really not going to help you. So what I want you to think about doing is pressing your knees out, and then also to open up your hips, and then also pulling your shoulders nice and wide and lifting your chest up towards the sky. This is very great hip opener. And if you don't have the flexibility in your calves and you feel yourself tipping over, you can put a blanket under your heels or use a yoga block and put it under your hips until you have the flexibility to maintain this pose. Take one more breath here. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Let's kick our feet up towards, our hips up towards the ceiling. Bend and straighten one leg and then the other. And come back to seated pose, however is comfortable for you. We are going to finish this yoga pose with a hip stretch. So you're going to stack one leg on top of the other. Dial back into your breath. Hinge forward from the hips and bring your chest over the legs. By doing this, you're going to feel a deep stretch in the hips. And take yourself to a point where you feel a good stretch, but it's not painful and you're not clenching or holding your breath. Then use your breath, every exhale, as an opportunity to let go of the tightness, let go of the stress, and even sink deeper past that point. And then switch sides when you're ready. Sitting up nice and tall, folding forward any amount, listening to your breath. And dialing back in. To your breath, using the exhales to release stress and tension. Yoga is so wonderful as a prenatal routine because you learn how to dial into your breath and how your breath is like waves. It comes and it goes. And you can release that tightness, that tension, and work through some aches and pains by dialing into the calm of your breath. And release. You can choose any pose you'd like at this point in time. If you are further along in your pregnancy, you want to do Shavasana on your side, go ahead and do so. If you'd like to lay in Shavasana or stay seated in easy pose, we're just going to take a moment to close our eyes and have a reflection time, meditation, to just be. So I'm going to stay seated here. You choose what's right for you. Release the tightness, the tension, any kind of energy that you're holding in your face, in between your eyes, in your jaw, in your neck, in your shoulders. And I want you to take a moment to tell yourself thank you. Because sometimes doing the thing that we know we should do is put off. It's the last thing we care to do. Something like practicing yoga, exercising, and eating well, sometimes we put it off. It's the thing we know we should do, but we don't always follow through. So today, give yourself that pat on the back. Tell yourself thank you. You made a huge step in the right direction. And take a moment to give your body, your baby, your belly a little self-love. You can give it some rubs. Put your hand on your belly. As women, we go through a lot of different changes and cycles in our life. And motherhood is not a simple or easy task. And it's so easy to get looped into the negative thinking, the aches, the pains, the discomforts. And we lose track of the miracle that's happening. So just love on your body. Love on your baby. You truly are amazing. Draw the corners of your lips upward. And I'm going to stop directing this. But I think in your mind, practicing that phrase over a couple of times, your body is creating a miracle of life. You truly are amazing. Try to think about that over and over with a smile on your face. Go ahead and open your eyes if they were closed. Come up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today for this yoga practice. I really appreciate having a community to support, to inspire, and to keep me motivated, to keep moving, and doing what's healthy, what's right for me and my baby. I appreciate your support. Please share a comment below. I would love to hear about your pregnancy, your joys, maybe some of your challenges, because the truth is, sometimes life is a little messy. But together we can do everything. I am here to support you. Thank you for being here to support me. Please click the like, the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And stay tuned for the next prenatal yoga workout. Namaste.